Welcome to Lost in the Desert, episode 30. I'm your co-host Karim,
My name is Issam. It's a
and
beautiful sunny day in
in
Arizona.
Arizona with cool winds and shit.
The past 48 hours it was raining, hail, all this stuff, and now it's just
Hail.
yeah, we got really a lot of rain in here.
We got rain, but I don't know about hail.
No, it was raining out here. It's
I was-
crazy though because in Arizona everybody gets type of different rain. Like especially up north it get crazier, and then here sometimes it's like a little low. So
Fair enough.
Arizona's just bipolar. You know what I mean? It's a woman.
Okay, I guess. Yeah, sure.
That's what we're saying.
Whatever you want to say.
Arizona's weather's like a woman, just bipolar, dog.
It's all over the place.
Yeah, and it's not like every like day. We're talking about hours.
I think you had an opportunity for a funny sex joke and you fumbled it.
Nah, I
And you
don't
turned it
remember.
into mental health.
No, yeah, it turned definitely mental health.
Yeah, it went from sex to mental health real quick.
20 minutes to be raining, and then 20 minutes later it's sunny and fucking nice.
Yep. How was your week? Sorry for the delay, guys. I was sick on Thursday and had no intention of recording or just like leaving my house.
It's all right, dude. Health comes first. It happens.
Yeah. So
my
I
week has been
got.
crazy.
Huh?
Just been crazy.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I think it was it. I was feeling fine on Wednesday. I was just like tired because coach put us through like one hell of a practice on Tuesday. So I was like, I'm fatigued. It's fine. I'm probably just like dehydrated.
Yeah.
Like I had a headache and everything all day and like fatigued. I didn't have any symptoms other than that. Like I didn't have a runny nose or anything. But as soon as like Thursday came along, I was like, oh my guy, I'm actually sick. I woke up feeling like fucking hell.
That's the
Throat
worst.
was killing me. I was coughing all over. And then as quickly as it came, by Friday night, I was like no longer coughing. I was no longer sneezing.
Yeah.
I was just my lungs are fucked up. My lungs are murked, bro.
Just gotta recover. You just gotta recover. No,
Yeah,
from
which is why I didn't play today, which is I'm super
for
pissed.
me, I would say from Monday to Wednesday,
Uh-huh.
I was probably my body was so sore that I haven't felt like that in years. Cause Sunday night, my cousin got married. Congratulations to Ramsey.
Oh yeah,
Shout
that's
out to-
Baruch.
Yep. Shout out to the Cuzzo. Now, on Sunday, it was super fun. We had like a guys' night out at the Hookah Lounge. We shut it down. We had a singer, and he was singing live. Something about you just in the mood, and I just decided to carry his brother first on my shoulders while we were dancing.
Oh, was
And
that
then-
that dude on Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I carried Ramsey, my cousin. Well, his brothers, you know what I mean.
You can carry Ramsey.
I carried both of
Ramsey's
them.
a tall dude.
Let me tell you something. I carried both of them. I was in the spirit. I thought I was gonna be fine. The next morning, oh my god, bro, everything was hurting. I was cupping for
Bro,
2
who's gonna
hours.
carry you at yours? It's
Nobody.
not Louise,
No,
and
they
it's
couldn't.
not
They
Mo,
can't.
and
They
it's
can't.
not
Because
Abbott.
they tried to carry me at my brother's wedding, and like my brothers were both out in the air, and I was barely struggling. I was like, there's a video of it. It's fucking embarrassing. Like
Of Mo and
I
AB
was
trying to
kind of
carry
low key
you?
hurt. I was kind of low key
Mo
hurt.
and AB trying to carry you?
No, Mo was carried on somebody else's shoulders. He was high in the air. My
Right.
brother, same thing, high in the air. And then you look at me, and I'm like barely in the air.
Nobody is
Though
able to carry you.
two guys were struggling. Like low key, I was hurt. Like nobody carried me, bro.
So basically, when your wedding comes along, we're gonna have to do like deadlifts and shit.
I better like cleanse the shit out of it, like so I can have somebody carry me,
It's all right.
or just hire a bodybuilder.
when your wedding comes along, I'll get strong.
you
I'll be able to
just
carry
juice
you.
up. No,
I'll
but
be
it
like,
was
it's
cool
the only
though.
way. I was like, because I'm not picking you up in my current state. It's not gonna happen.
No, but it was cool though.
What do you weigh?
Right now, I gained
At least like 230.
yeah.
At least 230.
I put up
Yeah.
numbers. I put up numbers. No, but then Monday was the wedding, and it was cool. The wedding was cool. It was a lot of people. It's just weird, man, because when you go to other people's like other towns' weddings, because I don't know how you guys are when with the Sudanis, where like different like villages are do weddings differently, like 360 different.
For the most part, the tribes in Sudan do everything the same
The same.
with like minor tweaks,
Okay.
like very minor tweaks that honestly you wouldn't notice.
So far for me, like when I've been to other people's like towns' weddings, it's completely different. Maybe that's just the way I see it, but like
Jesus, it's cold.
from the just the setup, from the seating area, from the how they serve the food or anything is just like sometimes you just feel like, oh, why are they doing this? But then you gotta understand like they're used to that, we're not. So I mean, but overall they had fun. Congratulations to them. He's super happy. They're in honeymoon season right now, so I hope them the
Alright.
best.
We don't have a
It
good
was
time.
fun. We got to see a lot of friends. We got to see old friends at that wedding. So it was cool. But I was just fucking sore, man. I was just sore. I don't know why I decided to carry them motherfuckers. But I'm
No.
happy I did because I promised them. But I paid the price.
I had a less eventful week. I think I told you about that. I got into another. I got hit. So finally got that sorted. Monday, I'm taking it to the shop. Finally heard from her insurance. Thank God.
Yeah.
I can't wait to have my car back. Like my car's just been like pounded on. No pause.
Yeah.
Just pounded on that January.
Hey yo.
What a fucking shit month it was.
It's all right. But tell me something though. Tell me that January was the longest fucking month.
It felt like forever.
I swear to God, it felt forever.
For me, I think December also, because December we had that whole wedding thing. I was in Egypt, and it was just so many chores. You're doing so much. It felt like it just would never end.
No, January.
Until I was really never able to truly enjoy Egypt until like the wedding was over.
No, for sure, January took forever. I know for a fact. Now we're gonna blink, and it's gonna be April. From February to like April and May, it's gonna be gone.
I think February is gonna be pretty long.
No,
it's gonna feel long.
I doubt it.
For me, at least.
No, I doubt it.
Now we have
because it's Black History Month.
No.
Yeah, happy Black History Month, by the way.
I guess.
Dab me up, dab me up, dab me up. Because you know, brothers like us, this is our month.
I'm not encouraging this.
Yes, you are.
I'm not encouraging this.
I mean, this is my month.
Fuck off. For me, it's gonna be long because I wasn't able to play today, and I think which was my most anticipated game.
You gotta sacrifice though.
I did sacrifice. So what happened? What had happened was when the roster was put out last night, we had essentially like excluding me, we had 3 other subs.
Okay.
Right. In an 80-minute game where the clock doesn't stop like football, fucking exhausting.
Yeah.
Like soccer. You know how the clock doesn't stop in soccer? It's just every play is constant.
Yeah.
Right?
If there's wasted
fucking
time.
Exhausting.
If there's wasted time, will they add it at the end?
No.
Okay, so yeah, that's it.
Like he can pause the clock midway for stuff.
Yeah.
Like if a player gets like really injured, whatever, like he might stop. But
Just
that's really
I don't know.
Yeah, that's really at his discretion. So in football, how you guys will add stuff, like he could just pause mid game.
Yeah.
So same thing, different.
Yeah.
Different. What's it called? What's the word? Not implication. Implementation. There you go.
Yep.
So he can if he wants
word.
to. But I didn't. I was like, okay, I'm gonna suck it up and play because again, no more symptoms. So I was like, no more symptoms of the illness, and I could just, I'll just get on the field, let somebody rest, and then hop off. But then this morning, I found out actually that like more people who weren't supposed to play ended up being able to play. We had 21 people, so we had, I guess, 6 subs.
Okay.
And then one of our vets forgot his cleats, and I was like, you know what, just take mine.
Same size?
Yeah. We're both 13s.
Oh, wow.
So we just got lucky.
The luck.
Yeah.
The luck.
But I was like, please, Lord, just take mine, right? Yeah. And free me from this burden. And then they asked me if I could be, because I've done this before, but I refed. So the sidelines, like when the ball goes out of bounds, they needed somebody to just like flag where it goes out.
Yeah.
And just mark it for the ref. I'm glad I didn't play because just fast walking up and down the field.
You were gone.
All game, I was gone. I was like,
yeah. Your lungs needed that rest.
Yeah, my lungs needed that rest. I was going to suck it up for my teammates if we didn't have any subs, but thankfully, a lot of people came in. They were like, no, I can actually play, and, all within 24 hours.
Yeah.
Like the roster they told us, they found out the roster like Friday.
Oh, wow.
Of who's going to play, and then Saturday, like there was a turnaround. We went from having 3 extras excluding me to like having 6 on top of the 15. I was like, thank God. Because I would have been just like.
And it was a close game?
It was a very close game, and it was a really good game to watch too. Because coach told us that last year they had blew us out like 99 something, like 0 the score. This year it was like 4 tries to 3, and then with like some field goals missed. So I'm not trying to do the math, but long story short, in rugby terms, it was a very close game.
Yeah,
man, the hits I heard,
I
was hearing just clank clank. You know that clank clank, that smacking noise when 2 people collide. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Like even the coach, because I was on the sideline, I was listening to the ASU coach.
Yeah.
And him and I were both like, God damn.
Yeah, like
even we were just listening to like, God damn, that shit must have hurt.
They're just destroying their bodies.
Yeah, but it was a really good game. So I'm glad. Really pissed I didn't play. But now we have a 2.5 week break. We play Red Mountain, I think, on like the 24th, maybe. Some shit like that. Maybe even 3 weeks. So yeah, we'll see.
No, that's good, man.
But for me, it's just gonna be like
that's just part of the journey. That's part of the journey.
It is.
It's not how you start; it's how you finish.
It is. So.
That's good. That's not bad.
I didn't have anything else. That was gonna be the only thing I was gonna be super excited to talk about, and then I was like,
"Oh, I see." Because you want to talk about plays and.
Yeah, I want to talk about plays. I have a rule. Like I told coach, like I have a rule. Like as long as I'm not making the same mistake twice, like between games, like I'm cool.
Yeah.
Like I can make new mistakes, but don't make this.
But that's part of the sports. It's part of playing in a team.
It is. It was the same thing for basketball. Like you just make different mistakes.
I would just say enjoy the moment because like. I remember being on when I was playing soccer, like I missed being on the bus rides, even though sometimes I was benched. Like I missed being a part of that still. So just enjoy the journey.
But you were playing soccer when you were like thinner. Because you had photos.
I
When
mean,
you
you
were,
don't
like,
have to
in your
mention
early,
the weight. I mean, you don't have
but
to
you were in
mention the
your
weight.
because I was like, I know if you're playing soccer
I'm
now,
just saying,
like
like,
you're not.
I mean, you could have just said, okay,
You
I
have
get
shin
you.
splints. I know
You don't
that.
have to talk about weight. I don't know why you have to bring out the weight situation. Of course, I was
I
thinner.
still think
Of course.
even with the boxing and stuff, I still think you couldn't handle the cardio we do at the beginning of practice.
No, I fucking hate cardio.
Yeah, you couldn't handle the cardio.
Bro, you
we
should
do.
see me when I coach. It's the funniest shit because when I coach and I'm making them do all these workouts and they'd be like, oh, coach, it hurts. I'd be like, yeah, I know. But deep down, I don't because I'm not doing it.
I still think you should.
I just loved letting them know, put them through pain.
I was gonna do one of those like, hey, give a should Issam one of those polls like should Issam come do a session, a cardio session
Fuck
with
no.
us, and I was like, I know no matter what they say, even if like 1,000 people are like
I'm
go, you're
still
still
not-
not going to go.
I know.
So I'm like, I'm not
I'll
wasting
tell you
my
why
time.
because when it comes to my sports, like when it comes to like MMA training, boxing or Muay Thai or Jiu-Jitsu, I put in my fucking time. Now I'm able to like be the old man, even though I'm 30. I put my fucking time. Well, not in Jiu-Jitsu yet. That's still like I might actually. That's funny that you brought that up.
Actually, we have a teammate who goes to like a jiu-jitsu. He seems pretty good too. I'll show you
I
his Instagram.
might come out and go join a team and actually compete by the end of the year.
Compete at, like jiu-jitsu.
Yep, go back to jiu-jitsu tournaments. I actually, what's crazy about it, this is how I know it's meant to be. I like signs. I don't know about you, but I like when I say something, when I put it out there and I start seeing signs. I love that. That just means like you confirm it. 3 weeks ago, I was talking about maybe just finally this year after Ramadan, join a team.
When is Ramadan this year?
From March to April.
Okay.
So it's around the corner.
Okay.
So because I don't want to join a team and be like, hey guys, I'm gonna be gone for a month.
Doesn't matter to me. I'm not fasting anyway. So
Well, try this year.
it's a medication thing. I can't.
But this is what I'm saying, right? I was not going to join a team now, and then March and April, I'll be like, hey, guys, I have to be gone for a month. Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
So I was talking about the person. I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to put it out there just making anything.
Jesus, it's cold as fuck.
And I was like, you know what? I'm going to join his team. He's building a team. He's a great black belt. I seen him when he was, like, brown. And
wow.
like,
during Black History Month, racism.
yes, that's what I'm saying.
You see color?
Tell me how crazy this is. I was talking about him, and then 48 hours later, I was at the Chandler Mall, and I run into him with his wife. And I was like,
stalker, creepy,
I was
whatever.
like, this is meant to be. So as we talked, we chopped it up, and I told him, I was like, this is what I want to do after Ramadan. And he goes, man, my house is open anytime you want. You can join my team. So be looking out for that. I might coming out of retirement, and I might be competing by the end of the year. If
Maybe
I'm competing by the end of the year, it's gonna be
maybe I
lit.
can ask my teammate, see if he's down to sit and talk to you about it.
About jiu-jitsu.
Because he's
I can
like
sit there for
he's like
hours.
very serious.
Actually, we'll find out what gym he trains at and who's.
I'll send you his Instagram. You can look through
Yeah, I'm
it.
not gonna creep. You just said creep, and you want me to creep?
It's his Instagram's like it's like it's all jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
It's all training.
I'll
It's not
look
like
at
a it's
I'll
not like a
look at it.
personal one with a couple of videos. It's like from top to bottom, nothing but jiu-jitsu videos.
Nice. That's a good man.
Like it's jiu-jitsu videos and collabs with other like gyms and stuff. Like it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
no, jiu-jitsu's
he's
awesome.
technically not our teammate, but he will play with us like when we're short. He plays for a team called like the Scottsdale Blues.
Oh,
No.
I see.
Camelback, my bad. Camelback.
Okay, same shit. Scottsdale Camelback.
No, Camelback. They're different. They're another team. But
Yeah, so I might be coming out of retirement this year.
he's a very chill person.
Be on the lookout for that. I might be
Okay.
traveling again and competing.
Bro, in your weight class, you're gonna struggle.
No, I'm gonna try to cut down to 160,
Maybe lipo.
possibly, if I find a group on it.
I'm gonna go get a khartouche and just
Just
you know how they do like car hoses,
yeah.
just let it pour out the side.
It's just one big shit, and so now
Gross.
I'm 160
Disgusting. But I do actually have an accomplishment that I want to say
for this year.
for this year.
Yeah.
So remember, do you remember one of my weight goals for last year?
Last year to be around 190.
I don't think it was 190. I think it was like 195, 200. But
Oh my god, I was so
I
off.
am down body fat percentage. I hit 21%
Ooh.
from 25. So I was 25 last time I measured. It was
Yes.
25 in end of November, beginning of December, and then I weighed myself, and then I did the body fat
Okay.
calculation thing.
Yeah, mine went up.
21%.
I went up.
So,
when
this
we,
is how I knew like I'm not losing weight, and it was just frustrating me. Like I'm going to the gym, I'm
But
doing
you-
hella cardio,
but you're losing the fat. That's the most.
but I'm losing the
important
fat
part.
and I'm putting muscle.
That's
Like
the most
now I'm hitting
important
like
part.
my belly and shit when I'm in the
Yeah.
shower and just looking at the mirror. I'm like, oh,
And
I'm
you
actually
see
it's
the-
firmer.
Yeah.
I may not have like definition yet, but it's like much firmer.
Mine
Legs jiggle a lot less.
Mine definitely went up. When we talked about goals that time, I was at 22.3 body fat. I know at least I'm at 25 right now.
There's no way you were 20. There's no way you were
25,
22. You got to be at least closer to like 20.
No, I'm talking about that time when we talked about our goals.
Oh, okay. I was about to be
Too
like,
close.
now you got to be like 28.
Oh, it's up there.
25 plus.
For sure over 25.
Jesus.
I refuse, and I have a session that I can go and scale, and I refuse to. And I was like, I won't till after Ramadan. Ramadan is getting my redemption month.
It's the only way, but I definitely think you should come out to one session of ours, and I'll let you know which ones are going to be a light session.
Nah, not even.
Typically, like the gym session, the training before a game is usually the one where he goes easy on us, and we're running like mostly structured rather than cardio.
Yeah.
But the Tuesday before a game, he fucks with us.
That's which is weird. It's odd. It's supposed to be like taking it easy the day before.
Yeah, coach is definitely tough, but I actually respect that. Like I have no time for softness.
Yeah, you can.
Like, you know, we're here to win and compete and play and not obviously have a good time in the process, but not you have to win.
Well, I can relate to him because that's how I am when it comes to when I coach boxing.
Yeah,
a lot of people
we have to win
because there's a lot of great coaches that I coach with, but for me, I'm more very technical. So when somebody takes other people's classes, and you know they get good compliments, but they come into mine, and I'm like, hey, let me just fix this jab. Let's fix this cross. Some of them take it personally. They take it disrespect. They're like, oh.
Where it's really not. Like this is how I've been with most of my coaches.
Yeah, they'll be like, you're the first one. Just tell me this. Like, why? And like, I feel like it's doing good. I'm like, I'm just looking out for you. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. It's not me trying to be. There's no ego in me. There's no ego in the sport. Because having an ego in my sport is the fucking worst thing you can have.
Because that's how you get fucked up.
You'll get humbled. Something about the sport will find you and it will humble you. Period. There's always going to be something better for you. But if I'm showing you a little tweak, I promise you it's for the benefit of you. So, yeah, so I can relate to coach when I'm kind of hard. You have to be an asshole a little times, but it's actually, for the real ones, they'll respect it.
That's what he used to tell me. Like, if you don't change your form, like when you're running, when you're holding the ball, he said, you're going to get fucking hurt, and I'm not going to play.
And he was not lying. He probably got hurt.
No, I didn't get hurt. I changed my form. I changed my form before I got hurt.
You're saying.
I was like, I stopped running with the ball down in the air. Now I have to like run with the ball on the side instead of keeping it in front of my chest. Like run down, like put your shoulder down, don't just run into them like a wall. Like this is how apparently you get hurt.
Because I get people come up to me.
I just started getting compliments from this guy like 2 weeks ago. And I've been playing with him since September.
Because I get people come up to me and they'd be like, "Oh, I didn't want to take your class today because I didn't have the energy for it, or your class is hard." It's like, to me, I don't care. Like I'm like genuinely like, it's your loss. Yeah. Because you have somebody that gives a fuck. But it is what it is. So I can relate to that coach of being hard because you have to be. That's part of the coach. If I keep telling you you're doing good and good and good and realizing you're not getting any better, what the fuck am I doing? I'm just being a yes man.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
That's why when I said it, I was like, I just started getting compliments from this guy like 2 weeks ago. I was like, bet, cool, sweet.
Yeah. I judge everybody differently. So, like, you know, if it's the first time, obviously I'm taking it easy on them. Like, I'm just, like, trying to show them the love of the sport. But if you've been practicing or training for a long time and I tell you to keep your hands up and you're dropping those fucking hands, I'm coming after you. Dude, the other day I grabbed the foam. What is it called? You know, the
foam rollers?
No, yeah. Like, it's the one they'll use for the pool.
Yeah,
pool
the noodles. Yeah, the pool noodles.
So we use it sometimes to, like, catch a block, whatever.
Yeah, they do it in basketball, too.
Bro, thank God that I'm not going to say her name, but she has a video of me. I'm swinging the shit out of at everybody. I'm swinging. Yo, I had a field day that day. I don't know what about it. I was just in such a good mood, and I was teaching how to block and how to catch punches, and I was like just walking around swinging it. And I was like, who's next?
I'm weak.
I had a field day, bro. But no, shout out to my students, bro. They're fucking amazing. I love them.
Shout out to Coach Chris. Shout out to
Coach
Phoenix
Chris.
Storm, everybody on the team. Because today was a good fucking day. I was telling you, some people were hitting.
That's crazy. On a Saturday morning.
Some people were hitting. I was hearing click clacks and like just bone on bone.
Yeah.
Like I was getting distracted, like doing the sideline shit. I was like, God damn. And other guy was like, yo, you're supposed to be there. I'm like, my bad.
Yeah, because like, I'm a fan too.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you end up watching the game. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a fucking good game. I'm really disappointed I couldn't be there. Nobody's fault other than influenza B, but you know, it is what it is.
No, it is what it is.
But yeah, that was the week. Job hunt still sucks. Got a couple. Well, not at this time. One of those like not at this time, but keep us on file. I said apply when you see something. I was like, for fuck's sake, guys. So it's one of those responses, those rejection letters.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. We just keep it pushing.
So we got the biggest news.
It's big news to you.
No, it's not. It's big news to everybody.
I'm sorry. Me and my other F1 friends were not that shocked.
That's a fucking lie.
We were not that shocked. We've been talking about it for like 2 days.
Cap. Lewis Hamilton is going to Ferrari. Two things I'm looking at this way. I can't wait till the Mercedes merchandise goes on sale, and I can't wait to see the new Ferrari merchandise come out. But I'm just curious.
Carlos is going to ball out this year.
What is your opinion of releasing this statement before the season and this early?
Because first of all, there's still a season before he starts.
That's what I'm saying. So why do you think it was a good choice to release it now before the season? Because you got to think about it. That's all they're going to talk about the whole time. The whole time he's driving for Mercedes and he's competing. Well, it's going to be his last year.
It's gonna be a lot of pressure on both him and Carlos.
Why is that?
Carlos Sainz is the person whose seat he's taking.
Okay.
Right. And it's Lewis's last year with Mercedes, so they're going to want to ball out, and then also selling merch, like for both of them is going to be high. For Mercedes, it's probably going to be sales, viewership, that sort of stuff.
Because it's his last ride.
It's his last ride. People know this is the last time you're going to get Lewis Hamilton Mercedes merch, like official Lewis Hamilton Mercedes merch.
I think it's the opposite. I think they're going to just go on clearance and just be like, let's get rid of this.
Nah, there's no way. You're not going to disrespect a 7-time world champion like that.
I'm not saying the 7-time is it because his name is Mercedes on it. I personally would rather have Lewis Hamilton Ferrari merch.
I could care less.
Because that's fire. That red on him is fire. Pause.
We'll see.
But this is my thing, though. Now, is it the theory? Bless you.
Thank you.
Now, is it the thing where...
Supposed to say Bismillah, not bless you. Fucking colonizer.
Well, that's true. So this is my thing. Him signing right now and is guaranteed that in 2025, and he put out a statement earlier today as well, saying how much like he's grateful for Mercedes and he can't wait to drive for Ferrari and all this stuff. But he signed the contract now, so the stock and the money on the contract doesn't change, whatever how he does this season. Because if he does shitty this season and he's gonna go and sign the contract, they're gonna negotiate the price because they'll be like, "Hey, you just had a bad season." But since he locked it in now, he's gonna be safe.
It could be something like that where you could just do whatever the fuck you want.
The only thing that might hurt him. Let's just say he has the best season of his life this year with Mercedes,
right.
And then now Ferrari just got him on the low. You know what I'm saying? Because he could have got way more money. But overall...
Bro, $100 million a year?
It's... Oh, my God.
We're talking $100 million a year.
Son.
On a multi-year contract.
And all they have to do... And then,
sorry, at some point...
And he can get any Ferrari he wants for free now.
Who cares how much? He could have gotten that shit before.
No, because usually some drivers have to drive their car that they race for.
That's fine, but that doesn't mean you can't buy another car.
I know,
he probably has it. He's just not telling the world about it. He's probably just chilling in one of his many garages.
That's what I'm saying. That's what sucks. But now he's like, I can get any Ferrari that I want.
He's on $100 million multi-year.
Man, what a fucking life.
Also, he probably could have done it because there's also rumors of F1 implementing a salary cap, like over many years. So probably signing now and getting it out the way probably is like, you know what? Fuck your salary cap. I got my money. My shit is signed.
One thing about Lewis Hamilton throughout his whole career, he's always been a step ahead of everything.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
From switching from McLaren to Mercedes.
Well, that actually wasn't him.
Was the regulations, the rules, like the car, like he always knows what's coming next. He's like,
so do you know the story? The story of him moving from Mercedes to McLaren.
McLaren to Mercedes.
My bad. It was end of 2012. It was towards the end of the 2012 season, and Michael was on his way out.
Yeah.
So Michael was brought on basically with Nico Rosberg to just drum up publicity, drum up support. You know, Michael was never going to win anything in that car.
No.
And that car was kind of quick, not really.
Yeah.
You know, it was competing for not last place. Middle of the pack, upper middle of the pack car. It was going to be interesting to watch, but never going to win. So Michael was basically brought on along with Nico. Nico was young talent on the up and coming. I think he had just left Sauber, BMW, when they left F1 to go to Mercedes. And Niki Lauda, rest in peace, basically went up to Lewis and said, "Hey, I can promise you a quick car after Michael leaves.
Yeah,
like take the risk and sign. Like, what do you got to lose at this point? Like, McLaren is not competitive." And the next thing you know, Lewis was like, "Fuck it."
Yeah.
Like, why not? But he didn't actually have any intention of leaving McLaren. Niki Lauda basically was like, "I will promise you a quick car, but your ass need to sign."
Because when you get to that level, yes, everybody always says it's not the car, it's the driver. But when you get to that level, like Lewis Hamilton, it's the car. Like, give him what he needs.
Give him a decent car, and he will
give
cook.
him what he needs. And I feel like that's why part of Ferrari, because they really want to beat Red Bull.
Mercedes
Ferrari,
was second in the Constructors' Championship this year.
But I guarantee you, he knew it's a Ferrari. He like I said, he's always one step ahead. He knows for a fact that to beat Red Bull, he has to join Ferrari.
Yeah, Lewis has been outperforming homeboy like George in like it's not even close. Lewis has been driving, and people are like, "Oh, he's in his greatest hits era." No, he's not. He's been taking that shit box of a Mercedes and outperforming the fuck out of it. How many podiums has he had this year in that fucking shitty car? Like, so consistently up that you have a third, fourth rate team in the Constructors' second in Constructors.
I don't see him losing with Ferrari.
Like I think Lewis was maybe second or third overall.
Yeah, but I don't
Like that's crazy
I
in that slow ass car.
Yeah, but with Ferrari, he's gonna fuck, man.
We'll see. Well, now the gamble is that Ferrari's car has to stay competitive.
They will.
It is. The problem
You
is
just got the best driver of all time.
But
Best driver of all time.
also, it's gonna be fun beef.
Who
It's gonna be between him and Charles.
Who should have broken the record?
Oh yeah, he was stolen. He had that shit stolen.
And then Dubai stole it from him. Gave it to fucking fuckboy for Red Bull.
Oh, big tooth nigga. Bro, have you seen that nigga's teeth?
No, talk about stop.
They're like.
Stop.
Have you seen Family Guy when Brian gets new teeth? Same shit. When he gets them new teeth, he becomes a realtor. Max has some huge ass fucking teeth.
Did you ever see when Max got fined $50,000 for touching Lewis Hamilton's car?
I can't remember.
Yeah, he was like before, like he like barely tapped it or touched it.
It was in Parc Ferme, which is at the end of qualifying. He was like looking through it and touching it and doing all sorts of shit.
And he got fined $50,000, and he was just like, "Well, hopefully I have a good dinner." And I was like, "Man, don't touch his shit, you bitch."
No.
Yeah.
I remember. There's nothing going to be better than the Lewis and Nico beef. Like Lewis and Nico and Mercedes, bro, they were throwing hats at each other and like. He literally took the hat and flung that shit at him. Like, nigga, fuck you.
I love Lewis Hamilton.
Like, it's just, he's so entertaining.
Yeah.
But, Carlos is going to drive his ass off. Because he has to. If he doesn't drive his ass off this season, like, you're not getting a contract.
Would he come, like, let's just say him and Lewis meet, side by side. You just.
I smack the shit out of him. Carlos is, first of all these F1 drivers are tiny, bro.
Yeah, I know, man.
Like, the tallest one
You're going to take my job? Fuck no, you're injured now,
The
bitch.
tallest one is Esteban Ocon. He's like 6'1". Everybody else is like between 5'10" and 5'9".
Yeah.
Like, they are tiny people.
No, it's crazy though. It's wild. So we can't wait till 2025.
Yeah, I can't wait to see, but I might start watching this season again. Like I might start watching
Mercedes.
Yeah, last year with Mercedes, might be a lot of goodbyes and all sorts of shit.
Because I feel like it's just so many things. Like it's your last season, so if you're losing or something happens, to be like, oh well, it's my last year.
But also, we've always known like Lewis is kind of. I think, and I might be wrong, but correct me. I think he's always wanted to just drive for like the big teams.
Yeah,
like at some point, like especially as a kid, like even if you're retiring, like
you had McLaren under your belt, now you have Mercedes, and now you're about to have Ferrari.
Somebody offers you $100 million, like a year.
Son, $100 million.
$100 million a year, I'd slap you.
You drive any Ferrari car you want for free. You don't have to pay a dime out of your pocket. You get a private jet to fly anywhere you want. You have the best training. You have the best team.
He's had all that way before this.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm talking about like it's a Ferrari.
You're probably gonna live you're gonna live close to Italy.
Which team will you
spend a lot of time in Italy?
Which team would you rather race? Mercedes or Ferrari?
Oh, Ferrari, hands down. What are we talking about?
It's different.
Actually, I'm gonna stop you right there. It might be McLaren.
No,
because I love the McLaren cars.
Hell no.
Also, McLaren is lacking drivers. Their car is quick. They're lacking drivers.
No.
He could have gone back to McLaren and still been competitive because their car is quick.
No, Ferrari all day, bro.
Ferrari, you know how many times McLaren has come close to winning races and the driver has fucked up?
Ferrari is just class, the history of it.
Yeah. It's a name, everything, but so is McLaren.
No, it's not.
They're the top two winning teams.
It's not even close. So if you have a McLaren,
Ferrari, and Mercedes are the top two winning teams in F1. Top three winning teams. What are you talking about?
If you have a McLaren or Ferrari and you pick McLaren over Ferrari
in an F1,
any situation.
Bro, that 720S, I'd take that 720S over a 488.
You're crazy.
Or a 45, whatever, the Tributo or whatever the fuck it's called.
I can't believe you picked
McLaren. I'd pick a 720S over a Tributo any fucking day. The only Ferrari that I will not take anything over is the 812. The 812 is my ultimate. It would be, if I had a top three dream car, it would be the 812, then a 720S, then a 992 Turbo S.
That's not bad. That's not a bad
992.1 Turbo S. Those are like my top three, but a 720S, not even the 750, just the 7, not the 765, just the 720. Bro, that shit, it's just so gorgeous looking.
No. Yeah. But hey, congrats to Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, just
good luck on the season.
Good shit. Let's give our condolences to Lamar and the Ravens because I wanted that to happen so bad, but thank God the Lions didn't win. Thank God the Lions didn't win.
They weren't gonna win.
Lion fans are insufferable. They suck.
They were not gonna win.
They're so fucking
everybody keeps asking me if I was nervous during the halftime, and I forgot what I was talking to.
I was nervous for you,
and I was like,
I think I was in a game,
and I even said this like, even the game before that. I said Niners are second half team. Something happens in that hut, like in that break, in the halftime, where they get talked to and they come out and ball. And Birdie.
Yeah,
I said Birdie. Just showed up, man. What a fucking quarterback. Mr. Irrelevant.
You see Cam Newton said he's the 10th best player on that team?
Cam Newton, okay, how many Super Bowls Cam Newton have been to? Just like a
How
fucking.
long has Purdy been on the team? Because this might be his second Super Bowl.
No,
Because the Niners were in the Super Bowl a couple years ago.
yeah.
Was he on the roster as like third,
No, I don't
second
think so.
quarterback,
No,
some
no.
shit like that?
This
Might be his second.
This is his second year, I believe. Because last year he was was like a third string quarterback and he balled out.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, when everybody got hurt.
Actually, no, you might be right. It might be his second Super Bowl shot because he was on a team when.
But he wasn't a starting. He'd never played in the Super Bowl, but
Yeah.
it might be his second appearance. Check that while I'm talking. But yeah, I felt bad for Lamar.
I didn't.
People are still saying that he's going to win the regular season MVP anyway, and that might be true. But
Yeah.
my guy, you can't have two MVPs and no Super Bowl appearances. But I still think he outperformed because they were talking about he's washed all this. He gave you guys the best record in the NFL and then took you guys to
What would you do if you were
The
him? Would you
semis.
leave?
if I was Lamar.
Yeah.
No, I'm running it back. Why? Why would you leave? The team stays intact. You run it back.
You think so?
They did better than the year before that. Why would you leave? You signed this big ass You just signed. First of all, he can't go anywhere. He just signed this big ass contract.
Yeah.
He got to stay a couple of years before he asks to go anywhere.
So
I would if I was the Ravens. I wouldn't trade him. Who would you trade him for?
Yeah. So Brock Purdy, back to Brock Purdy. He
Yeah.
wasn't. He was picked in 2022.
Okay, so he didn't. He wasn't there with their first run a couple of years ago.
Obviously, everybody knows this, Mr. Irrelevant. Round 7, pick 262. He was the last person.
That's crazy.
Born December 27, 1999, and guess where he's from?
Where?
I already knew this, but
Arizona?
Queen Creek, Arizona, baby.
From Queen fucking Creek.
AZ boy, and he's so what? He's his second year, and he just took the team to the Super Bowl. What a fucking legend!
No, what a fucking come up.
The only thing I'm scared of, because this was gonna happen.
Patrick is gonna win though.
No, it's not. Niners are gonna
The
win.
defense are gonna if they
That's
win,
not
it's not
happening.
gonna be because of Brock. It's gonna be because of the defense.
It will be Brock. Brock is gonna take the Niners. They're gonna give him his Super Bowl. This is what's gonna happen that I'm scared of. They're gonna offer him stupid, crazy money because he's getting paid nothing right now. He's getting paid nothing,
They better.
and then they're gonna offer him like 20, 30 million, or something crazy like like number. But then he's gonna get injured the next season.
That's fine.
That happens every time with the
Shit.
Niners.
Let me
Every time we give money to a quarterback, it gets injured the next year.
let me rest up with my fucking. Oh yeah, you guys had like first, second, and third string were all injured, and Christian McCaffrey had to play your quarterback that
Yeah.
year.
And McCaffrey's about to get his first ring. Think about
Good
it.
for McCaffrey.
Oh,
Did you see that story of
Yeah,
like him not being able to afford? And I think his girl was like, "Cap, bitch, we got one."
yeah.
Like afford the suite.
It was 2.5 million. It comes with 20 tickets.
I would say 2.5 million. I'm sorry.
2.5 million, 20 tickets, and then it comes with food
I'm not
and
doing
like all
that.
the stuff.
Not doing any of that.
But to everybody that doesn't know this, everybody's like, "Oh, I would never pay 2.5 million."
I would never. Pay
Well,
2.5
it goes
million.
under your business and is a tax write-off as a business meeting. Thank you so much.
Irrelevant. Not playing 2.5 million.
But it's tax deductible.
Irrelevant.
You're gonna get the money back.
2.5 million. Maybe you watching from home.
2.5 million, but you know
Maybe
you're
you
gonna
watch
get
it from
money
the
back. No,
stands.
I would do it.
I would tell the team, "Can you just give me one? I'm your fucking tight end."
The team. Oh, by the way, there's also rules for the players. They're not allowed to be around any casino or any table. They will get fined.
That's fine.
They're not allowed to. Their family members are not allowed to play bets around the stadium.
Oh, that sucks.
What's it called? They're not allowed to gamble at all till after the Super Bowl.
That's fine.
So that's crazy because if I was one of the players, I would have one of my cousins like another state drop like 40 grand on me and be like,
One of your
"Well,"
cousins in the blood
Literally.
gambling for you.
I'd be like, put the VPN on. fucking-
FanDuel Nablus.
Literally. Put 40 grand or 40 plus yards.
حبيبي 40
Yeah,
يارد يلا.
oh my God. Can you imagine gambling back home? That would be
40
fucking
yards
lit.
في McCaffrey.
Yeah.
No, that's.
So there's a bunch of rules on them that they can't do things. But
I would tell the team, I'm like, why am I even buying this? Like, I'm your main tight end. I'm one of the stars on your team. Just give me one. Have my wife and my mom there. Problem solved.
everybody knows, even like the top players, they still have to buy tickets for the Super
That
Bowl.
sucks.
They don't. So,
That's-
I think there's some that would say that they get them at a retail price, where they're
Right.
allowed for a certain number, but they still got to pay for it.
That's crazy.
I mean, think about it. They even when the season ends and they want to keep some jerseys, they take out of their paycheck, and their helmets too.
That's fucking ridiculous, bro.
You didn't know that?
No.
There's a player that plays for the
I think
Cincinnati
NBA
Bengals.
players just give you that shit.
No, there's a player that plays for Cincinnati Bengals. His wife, she's on TikTok, and they're actually like really cool to follow. They just he's like I think 4 or 5 years in the NFL, and he's the one that his wife put it out because she doesn't like that he had to pay for it, so she made a TikTok about it. Like he got like 3-4 jerseys, and he has some jerseys that he collected from other players when they trade
Right.
and the helmets, and he get deducted out of
Bro,
that.
the wind is
Because
cold
he-
as fuck.
because
That's
you-
I can't focus.
I can. Because if you give out your jersey too, you get deducted by that because you're supposed to bring him back to the team.
Jeez. Well, that sucks.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that.
including fees like traveling fees, cleaning fees. They all take out of your paycheck. Like their
Yeah.
paycheck can be $10,000 for the game, and they probably get like $2,200 out of it with all the fees that they have to take. It's a lot of fees, man.
Yeah. Speaking of randoms coming up, did you see Austin Reeves drop 37 on Boston and win without LeBron, without AD?
The other night,
That was crazy.
they're all hyped up too. They're all gassed up. But I didn't know that LeBron is eligible to trade in before the deadline.
But they're not going to. Eligible, but you're not going to.
Listen, LeBron, if you want to win a champion,
Trade him to where?
New York Knicks, baby.
Whatever team you trade LeBron, they're going to take everything from you.
No, they
and
won't.
you're not going to win.
Yeah, you're
What
right.
are you talking
Go to
about?
New
But
York Knicks.
also, Rich Paul came out and said is that we're not asking for a trade, and they're not going to trade us.
For LeBron,
Yeah, they said we're not going to ask for a trade.
send his ass to the
He
fucking
straight up said we're not asking for a trade, and they're not going to trade us. So I'm not going nowhere.
Do you think LeBron's gonna retire with the Lakers?
I think he might do 1 year
With Cavs?
with wherever Bronny is
Cavs.
or Cavs. If he gets sick of playing before Bronny gets into the league, he's probably just going to go to Cavs.
No, he won't, because Bronny can make it next year.
That's true.
He's balling out in college.
But also, like, is it really worth it? He might do the route. Is like, that's a grown man. Let him figure it out on his own.
Yeah. I would love to see LeBron in New York, though.
Yeah. He's not going to go to New
LeBron in
York.
New York would be
He's
wild.
not going to go to New York.
Yeah.
He's either going to finish a Laker, a Heat, or a Cav.
I do want to see like a big player to go to New York.
Bro,
Who else would be good
I
to
was
New York?
fine until I hit this win. Now I got a runny nose.
Who else would be fun?
Sorry,
to watch
guys,
in New York?
listening to this.
Yeah, because Kareem doesn't know how to handle himself with the little breeze.
Oh yeah.
That's how you get.
Yeah, my Lakers are still trash, and I have nothing positive to say about it.
everybody's
Embiid
playing
got
trash.
hurt. Don't really give a fuck. Last week, everybody was getting a bunch of 70-point games and shit. I think Embiid had like 70, and then like a day or two later, Luka had 72.
It was literally 2 days later, and then
Luka had
Luka's like,
72.
no, 73.
73.
Luka was like, oh, he can do 70, bet. And he gave that jersey to fucking Boozy.
Boosie badass?
Yeah. Boozy
I bet you
badass.
Luka has no idea who the fuck he is.
No, he does, for sure. For sure.
He doesn't.
Luka's cultured.
Little Serbian boy, he don't know
Luka-
who the fuck Hookah Luka? He don't know he don't know who the fuck
Hookah
Boosie.
Luka is definitely fucking cultured. Stop it.
Boosie is such a clown. Did you see that video of him like recording his music video dancing on that fucking car?
Or with DC Youngfly and Banks.
Speaking of which,
It's his
let's
city, though.
let's
It's
do
his city,
comedians.
though.
Let's talk about comedians who are not actually funny.
Who?
DC Drewski. How do people find them remotely?
Drewski's funny.
How do people find them remotely funny?
Drewski's funny.
I can't. I've been getting like a bunch of his
Drewski-
a bunch of his like TikToks of Drewski and shit, and I'm just like,
No, it's funny.
this man isn't funny.
No.
He actually gets on my nerves.
No.
I'm sorry
I
if
don't
we ever
agree
come
with
up in this like.
I don't agree with that. I think Drewski is very funny. DC
think he's
Youngfly
funny
is
as
not my
shit.
type of comedy, but Drewski for sure is really.
I don't understand what the fuck DC is saying.
Because DC? Oh, I don't know.
DC can't fucking talk.
Yeah, I don't know how DC.
His
but,
southern accent is so strong.
But Drewski makes sketches about, like, he makes fun of the culture a lot. So it's just funny because you have to like understand what he's doing, and it's mostly like his comedy's from Atlanta. So if you're not very cultured with Atlanta, it's like
Isn't
how-
DC from Atlanta?
DC's from Atlanta too. Yeah.
Okay, at least Drewski can talk.
To you, I mean DC.
DC's
I feel like DC when he first coming out, it was kind of funny, but now he has more commercialized.
like I watched
Which I
Wild and
respect
Out.
it. He has
I
some
watched
good
Wild and Out. I said, "There's nothing funny about the show." I tried to watch it. I was like, I can't watch this shit.
Wild and Out used to be like legit.
Funny with Nick Cannon. With Nick Cannon on there, it used
I would
to
say
be
the
funnier.
first three
Funnier.
seasons. The first 3 seasons was
funny.
legit, but then after that, it was all writers. Now they have writers.
Yeah, now it's not fun
Now-
no more.
Now all the freestyle is like written before they talk about each other. So that's when I was like, I lost that.
Yeah, there are a bunch of people I just
But if
been
you watch
watching.
like season 1, season 2, it was elite. Those are the MTV days.
Yo, I just can't. Like every time I get a TikTok and I see like Drewski or DC, I'm like, for fuck's sake. I was like, why? I just get not interested, but it keeps bringing it back to me.
Change your algorithm.
I keep trying.
Yeah.
Instagram Reels has been coming up in
No, we
terms
said
of the
that, we said that,
algorithm.
yeah, we talked about
the
that, yeah,
algorithm
yeah.
has been picking up, and I've
Yeah.
noticed like I've been spending almost no time on TikTok now
Yeah.
because TikTok has just become garbage.
Yeah, we said the same thing. Like the
Yeah,
other
like
day, you sent me
two
you sent me a
episodes
reel,
ago.
and I was like, first thing, comments. That's
Bro,
how you know it's
first
elite.
thing we went to the comments, I was like, that shit
Comments.
was funny as fuck.
Yeah, no, it was cool. It was cool.
Watch anything interesting? Because I watched Griselda. That shit was fire. With
Okay.
Sofia Vergara.
Everybody,
I'm 5 episodes in.
everybody's telling me it's great.
Amazing.
So I'm gonna start it tonight.
First episode is First 2 episodes are stressful.
But a lot of people that know
Not
about
bad, but they're stressful. They get your heart rate, and
yeah.
then 3 and 4, and then 5, she turns into a fucking G.
Yeah, but a lot of people are kind of disappointed because the people that know her like story, like the documentary, they said that in season 1 they missed out on a lot of things, so they hid a lot of things.
That's fine. It's not that deep.
Things that they're actually like very important. But at the end of the day, it's a show too. The family's not even approving of the show either.
That's fine.
So they're coming. I think they're coming after Netflix, but I think it's just money situation because her son is still like, it's always been making money off of her name, which I get. It's your mom.
Which one?
Her son Blanco.
Well, there's like 3 of them. She got 3
the
sons.
The youngest one.
Oh, the tiny little baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he was like her favorite, so he was like the one that's like very like was nurtured by her.
You know what? You bring up a good point, right? Yeah. When you just said that, some people who really know her feel like they're missing out on stuff.
Yeah.
What is it with people who are maybe familiar with something? And it was the same with a lot of other shows, like, when either new anime comes out or like new series, like adaptations of stuff. I think we had this with The Last of Us. What is it with people who are just constantly like, no, this is not really how it happened. Fuck this is bullshit. Like, guys, the whole point is just supposed to be entertainment.
Yeah, no, but they're attached
like some people, y'all take shit way too seriously. I'm not watching this for historical accuracy. If I really gave a fuck, I would have gone on Wikipedia or some shit.
But that's the thing, though,
looked at the sources and figured out like, yo, what really happened to
No, because I think like
Griselda.
if you take your time and you study something and you learn about something and you know what it is, and
I'm trying to watch a good show,
and somebody's trying to portray it in a whole different way, you'd be like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like,
I'm just trying to watch a good show. It's the same thing with like the Showtime Lakers. People are like, no, they missed out on this. Like, I know they missed out on this, but you know what? It was still entertaining.
But
I just watched this to be entertained.
I don't know if the show got approved for season 2 though.
Showtime Lakers?
No, the
Griselda,
yeah.
I don't know. It just came out.
Yeah,
a little early for it to be approved or not approved. It just came out.
Like that, like they do that.
I think it just came out. I think they're probably just gonna wait and just see like overall reception. Like I said, probably legal issues before. If you said the family's not approving, they're probably gonna try to sort that out.
You know that kid can't even go to Colombia till this day, and he's like,
that's fine.
He's not even a kid. He's like in his 40s.
Why the fuck are you going to Colombia at this point?
Because that's where she's buried.
Okay.
He can't go to his mom's grave.
That's sad.
It is sad. But also but see, this is what the crazy thing about it, and that goes also for like Pablo Escobar. Like these people did so much damage to a lot of families. Like some of them, they destroyed families. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, them Cubans, she fucked them up.
Colombians.
No. Watch the show.
I know that's what I'm saying, but listen.
Watch the show.
like she's a drug lord. She flips a switch. People can be gone the next day, right? And then she's talking to her son like a regular mom, showing him love, showing him kindness. It's crazy. Like Pablo Escobar's kid, till this day, even though he changed his name, he has cassette tapes of his dad reading Dr. Seuss books to him. Think about it. Like he killed families, killed a bunch of fathers.
Green eggs and Coke.
Literally, and he's reading him and then he goes home and he's reading his kid Dr. Seuss books, and his kid had him in cassette tape. So when he's not there, he's listening to his dad talking to him.
Sam, I am.
And that's what I'm saying. It always bothers me. Like, how can you be like, you know what? Kill
so
that
disconnect.
guy.
So disconnected.
Yeah, kill this guy. Kill his family.
Again, that's part. Watch the show. You'll watch the show.
Kill his wife right in front of him and kill the kid. And then he goes home and he's like, hey,
the part
let's
that
watch
frustrated
cartoons.
me. The part that frustrated me is that she had so many chances to get out. Oh my god, cute cat. She had so many. Sorry, distracted.
Yeah, you're a fucking.
She had so many chances to get out and just didn't.
You can't.
And I'm like, girl, don't be stupid.
You can't.
After a while, I started rooting against her.
How are you gonna get out and get a regular life after you're making millions like nothing, like out of thin air?
I'm sorry, you could make millions in a legit way.
just
I don't know what to tell you. And the money she was offered in 72.
Yeah.
I think there was a scene where they offered like 15 million, and I won't tell you for what. But 15 million in 1972 is like
amazing.
It's like 40 million now or some shit like that. Some crazy number.
Well, her kid
offers you 40 million right now. What you doing?
I'm out. But I don't.
Bro, if somebody offers me 40 million, I'm out. I'm not even telling you, Issam. I'm sorry. If I just one day Thursday comes, yo, we recording, and I just not answer and goes to blocking. Just know.
But her son is
somebody offered me guap and I disappeared.
Her son is still. He's been doing interviews. He was on like a reality show as well. That's how like her story got brought up again.
Reality show for drug lords.
Yeah,
drug lord kids.
Yeah, that's what it was.
What the fuck?
I swear to God, it was. And they're all in Miami. But he does podcasts, and he was talking about how his brother got raided.
I'm out here in Miami.
And what are those called? You know those like in those houses like in Beverly Hills? What are they like? Those like what are they called? Like a design where like it's like looks like a pool. What are they called? In the houses when you design like a mansion house, right?
Right.
And you have those like kind of like back in the day rooms. It's like a pole. Looks like a pool.
Oh, pillars.
Pillars.
Yeah.
Thank God you know what that is, because I would have been lost. He said that when his brother's house got raided, I think his brother's house or his mom's house got raided in Beverly Hills, the cop was like, "Why is there so many pillars in this house?" He's like, "No, there's too many." So he just like knocked one out, $70 million cash. That's where they were hiding the cash. And this is coming out of his mouth, like he's doing podcasts.
Yeah, some architect was like, no, there's too many of these. They don't
Literally,
belong here.
Can you imagine that
This is
cop
not-
just being that fucking lucky and be like, dude, nah, there's way too many of these. This doesn't make any sense. And he said they knocked one down and he just cashed
We're going to
it
my
out.
friend Charles. He's an engineer. We're going to look at every house. Be like, yo, which one of these don't belong?
Yeah.
Start knocking down rich people's houses.
Why do you think the Pablo Escobar houses were in there, and the ones that he bought in America, they were going auctioning for crazy price because
They're like, money's in here somewhere.
there's money in there.
Money or drugs is in here somewhere.
Even till this day, they were saying that there's money missing, and it's in Colombia, and it's like somewhere in the forest, and the person that knows where everything was buried got killed. So they literally sometimes there's farmers that come up on it. Think about it. Imagine you're a farmer and you're farming, and then you just hit a fucking boom.
And you just find like
$3 million cash from U.S.
$100,000, a brick full of 100,000
from the 70s. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm not telling nobody.
I wouldn't.
I also watched Snow Society. That's crazy.
Snow
Snow Society, or
What is it about?
it's the one I told you about the last episode about the Uruguayan ones
Oh,
who disappeared. Finally watched that from beginning to the end. Stressful.
no, I'll probably watch the one.
Stressful, bro. I can't do the cold now.
I love the cold.
This nigga's eyes froze in his fucking head. 72 days. Think about 72 days you're stranded on a mountain.
I already accepted death.
No. The number of people who survived and the way they survive is crazy.
Yeah. No, that's not bad though.
Yeah, that was
That was it. That's all we
guys,
got.
I'm sorry. Like I don't have Reddit for you guys.
No,
I
it's
was
all
just
good.
sitting here chilling. How
It's
are we
just
celebrating episode 30? I want to get Oxtail this week. I want to take you get Oxtail this week. I don't think we were gonna record there though.
No.
Bro, the Oxtail was fire.
Let's wait till 50.
No, not 50.
Yeah.
Bro, I
Well,
want Oxtail now and I want an excuse to have it.
Well, you can get oxtail, but I'm gonna wait till 50,
No.
then I'll take you, because I really gotta drop pounds, bro.
You got a what?
I gotta drop pounds again, dude.
Bro, that's protein.
No, I gotta drop pounds.
No. We got to go get Oxtail.
There's
episode 30.
there's a place in New York that's it just got exploded because of Righteous Eats. Shout out to Righteous Eats. He makes oxtail mac and cheese.
Oh, I
Top cheese.
saw that. I don't know if I can fuck with Oxtail mac and cheese.
Yo,
Because I
that's
sent
fire.
that to
That's
Gail,
fire.
one of the owners, and she was like, Karim, get this nonsense on my screen.
She's okay, it's
I
just
said that to her
distract-
like early, like last year.
Yeah.
She was like, Karim, get this nonsense on my
Yeah.
I'm not
Have you
big-
been following Keith Lee?
Oh, he's the dude who does all those reviews from like his cars and stuff,
Yes.
right? And then
His
he had
story-
that drama last year, didn't he?
No. This was
Where
crazy.
one of the restaurants,
No, it gets worse. It gets worse. Keith Lee.
it was like an Atlanta restaurant who had like an issue with his review.
Oh no, he shit on Atlanta, as he should. Keith Lee, his story is amazing. Like honestly, is amazing. He started as an MMA fighter because his brother was in the UFC, and during COVID, he obviously like lost his contract because COVID. There was no fights, and he needed something. So he just started get on TikTok, started giving out reviews. The way he does it is so honestly, he exploded. Followers, like I was part of one thing. Recently, he just went to because now I think he's recording a show. So he got like funded for a show. So he's going from state to state. Before he does though, he lets people know like, hey, I'm in Arizona. Tell me what's the best spots to visit, local mom and shops that they need help.
It's like Kitchen Nightmares, but Keith Lee Nightmares.
Yes, but the thing is like he goes and helps out like mom and pop shops a lot.
Yeah.
So he went to Texas and he found this like a food truck that they does sweets. But when they're doing the food truck, there's also a lady that was doing braids and another person that's doing haircuts. Now he doesn't carry because usually like leaves a big tip, like $1,000 tips and stuff like that.
$1,000.
Easily because he's helping them out because they're struggling. But he also and if he does like them, he posts them and he gives them reviews. And then obviously, bro, every time Keith Lee posts a video, that restaurant is busy in the next 10 minutes. You gotta understand that.
Yeah, people are waiting to hear from him.
Exactly. So
They're
there's
like,
people that
which city is he in, and when can I
there's
go?
people that really have like they put T-shirts and be like Keith Lee, come visit us, please. Like they want the exposure, which you
Fair
gotta
enough.
understand. So he didn't have cash, but he wanted to leave $1,000 tip for the barber, $1,000 tip for the braid for the lady that does the braids, and then leave a tip for the person that's doing the sweets.
Mm-hmm.
He had no cash. He couldn't cash app or Zelle because the other people had their phones on live, and he doesn't want them to get off on live. So, anyways, he was like, "Look, I'll put all the tip on this merchandise one, the
Right.
POS system, and then you give it to her how you like it. You can Zelle her, Apple Cash, or whatever." That owner was like,
He kept that shit.
she kept that shit.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And then she's like, no, he said that if I wanted to, and then Keith Lee posted a video the next day. He goes, no, I said this is the only reason why I wasn't allowed to give him, because I said he didn't have cash on him. He didn't want to get off live because they were, he wanted him to stay on live because he doesn't want to give him the phone number out. And he's like, and I literally said, hey, I'm gonna leave the tip on the system. The way you want to give it to them, it's your choice. You can give it to them in cash. You can give it to them in Apple Cash.
You give it to them on
whatever.
their paychecks, but as long as they get it.
This lady had a chance to be exposed and get all this good karma.
Fumbled it over $1,000.
She fumbled over fucking $1,000.
Which I know sounds like a lot of money, but really isn't.
No, bro, his effect, you would have tripled that. Now you look like a fucking clown.
And
You're
now
gonna lose the money.
nobody's
The
gonna pay
lady
for
that
your
does
shit.
the braids is winning right now, and she even like, you know what? She can keep the tip. I don't care. I just proved my point that there's there's bad people out there.
Yeah,
and
it is what it
now
is.
she's gonna get the business, and then you just fucking destroyed your own business over $1,000.
I'm dying.
But the thing is, like, they're using his name, and they be like, oh no, Keith Lee just gave us the tip. Like, bitch, he said it in the video. There's like 10 videos of him saying like, hey, I'm gonna give you this funds. You pass it around.
Pass it around.
Just
Figure out
silly
how
shit.
you do it.
But
Like, you can give it to them on their
But
paychecks.
I feel bad
you
for him
can pay
because, bro,
cash.
like, he travels to stay with his family. He makes other people order the food for him, so he has to deal with that because he can't go in.
Oh yeah, because as soon as he sees Keith Lee, they're gonna be like, oh,
service
the
goes
service is gonna go. It become even better. They're
And
gonna
that's what
put in
happened in
extra
Atlanta.
care to make the food good.
When he sent his friend, they're like, oh, it's gonna be about a 2-hour wait, and then they saw him, Keith Lee, like, oh, we have a table ready for you, and he's like, don't treat me differently. That's why a lot of people respect Keith Lee.
It was like that dude who did the social experiment. It reminds me of the person who does the social experiments where he's like, he'll wait outside a supermarket and he'll ask people like, hey, can I have some food? Like, I'm really hungry. He was like, do you want money? He's like, no, I just want like food. And I have like something from your cart. And then somebody gives them something from the cart and he pays for the whole cart.
Yeah.
Right. If somebody like offers us like, hey, I got, a bag of chips. Like,
Yeah.
oh, bet you're going to give me food. Cool. How much was all this? Show me the receipt and I'll pay for it.
Yeah.
And then there was this one lady, like he asked her and she like cussed him. She was like, no, get your own food, blah, blah, blah. And then another guy came out like immediately. He gave him like a bunch of bananas or some shit, maybe like a bag of chips. I don't know. So he paid like $80 for his food.
Yeah.
And then that lady was like watching him and she was like, well, I could give you, like, you didn't say you were doing that. Like, if you want, you can give me something. He was like, no, no. He was like, no, 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 no. No, you didn't. Like, when I asked you at the beginning, you said no. She's like, well, I can't afford food for my dog. Like, I couldn't even get her food. He was like, nope, too bad. You said, what did you tell me? You said that's not my problem. I'm telling you that's not my problem.
There was the only one, because usually like when social experiments on YouTube first came out, they were real till they found out like they could get in trouble, so they start faking it. But the realest one that I saw was the guy that really dressed up like a fucking homeless guy, and he was standing in front of like this like nice restaurant in LA, and the guy was kicking him out like, hey, get out of here, like. And he's like, no, let me just get some. And he's like, no, he's like, yeah. He's like, you're embarrassing the restaurant. And then he pulls up in his like nice ass car. I think it was like a Ferrari or something like that. And the guy's like opening the door for him, and he's like, no, 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 no. He's like, I was just here 20 minutes ago, experimenting you guys. He's like, no, it wasn't. He's like, yes, it was me. And he's showing him the pictures like, this was me about like an hour ago. And then and the guy was like embarrassed, and he's like, don't ever treat me differently because of my status. And it was like the realest thing. But it happens, bro. It happens.
It does. Shit happens. If I was not able to give somebody, I'd be like, hey, my guy, I am really sorry. I cannot give you.
But you know what? I respect a place when they treat you the same regardless, because when I used to work at the bank and I used to dress up, I had to wear suits all the time.
Don't you still work at the bank?
No.
Oh.
So what's it called? I dressed at the branch. It's a different bank, not the same one.
Oh, bank, but not the same job.
Yeah, not the same job.
Yeah.
So when I used to wear suits, when I wear the suits all the time, I would go to the cigar lounge. I would just get a cigar for the weekend, whatever, and they would treat me like fucking high end. Hello, sir, whatever, all this stuff.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. One day I was off, so I was like in my shorts, hoodie. I dressed like a bum, like whatever. I walk in, same service, and then also, by the way, like when I was wearing the suit, they know my name. I looked so different; they didn't even know who I was.
But they still treated you the same.
Treated me the same, and I was like, "Thanks, man." And I said, "The guy's like, hey, thanks, Matt." And he goes, "Oh my God, it's Issam." And I was like, hey, what's up, man? And he goes, yeah, dude, I did not notice you. And I was like, man, you treat me the same. Like, I love this place.
Oh my
I love
God.
that stuff like that.
Issam, I feel like we need to figure out how to get our tech credentials for like press and journalists so we can start getting like review units and shit. Because I was recently watched a video on like how journalists get like review units like sent to them by the company, and they'll sign an embargo, which means like, oh, you can review it, but you can only do impressions between this day and this date, and then after this date you can put out like a full review.
Yeah, that's fine.
We need to figure out that shit because I want
I'd be the worst at it.
I want to start doing like unboxing videos and stuff like
I'm
that.
down. But the thing is, I'm gonna let you know right now. I'm gonna be.
Well, that's the whole point. I feel like they would
You think
be
you're gonna be
more.
honest?
I feel like they would be. Yeah, I feel like they would be more
I wouldn't.
genuine because
I wouldn't.
you're not like like me and you. I would probably know more about the tech than you would.
That's what I'm
but
saying. But like,
you would. It would be more from like an actual person who was using the tech's perspective, not
But-
some journalist who's been reviewing tech for like tens of millions and knows like all the details. Because I've actually recently stopped watching tech reviews.
And it comes with a check.
No.
What does it come with? Do we get to keep this stuff?
Yeah.
I'm giving you the best review.
Yeah. Like
If
I was
you-
looking.
if you
I was
wanna-
looking at just like watching some old videos.
I'll give you the best review. I'd be like, this product saved my life.
I was watching some old videos of like MKBHD's channel and stuff, and they just have like trays full of like
Yeah.
phones, full of like just phones that nobody uses, but that was sent to them by the
Yeah, we can
manufacturers
do
to
that.
review.
We can definitely do that.
Guys, I'm gonna say this: Samsung, please be our first. Send us a couple review units.
Give
I'll
us all the
review
AI
of them.
products. Give us all the AI products.
I've been a loyal fan since the S5 Active, man. Come
That's
on.
a lot. That's a lot.
So the Galaxy S5 Active, I'm buying. I think I had the S5.
That's a lot.
Then waited till the S8 because I was poor.
Yeah.
And then after the S8, skipped the 9, and then 10, 21, 10, skipped the 20, and then 21, 22, 23.
I think I stopped at
But I have everything. Like, come on, let me
I stopped
review.
at the Note. I stopped at the Note. Then I went to Apple.
Samsung, send us a box. I'm
We'll
gonna clip this and send it to them. I'm like, Samsung, please, I'm a loyal fan going through hard times.
We'll see if they send you stuff.
Bro, just
Well-
send it to us. I will say whatever you want me to say. I'm kidding.
Well, appreciate
actually.
you guys listening. Thank you guys
Yes,
so much
guys.
for joining
I'm
us.
so sorry. Like I sound like absolute crap.
We'll get better.
I was fine until we got out here in this fucking cold ass wind.
Well, it's all
Absolutely
good though.
crazy. But yeah.
Anything else you gotta say?
No, I don't. We were gonna talk about the Vision Pro, but man, the
Till
Vision
next
Pro
week.
is
We'll
just
wait, 'cause
yeah.
Hopefully, we get to go to the store and get to test it out.
I'm gonna go to the store just to try one out.
Yeah, I
We
probably
should do
would
that
too.
one day. We
I
should just
prob-
go.
I probably would. They won't let us record, so we have to sneak in. But
That's fine.
thank you guys so much for listening. We appreciate you guys.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Have a great day.